Hello everyone, my name is Morgan Sheeter. I am the activity director at Legacy Living here in Jasper, and I also have a TIPA Snow certification as an engagement leader. So whenever I got my training, I focused a lot on hand under hand, positive physical approach, positive connectors, and positive action starters, and this is why I come to you guys today. There are a couple clips, videos of me demonstrating different things that TIPA teaches, and before each clip I'd like to explain what you will see. So the first one you'll see here in a little bit is the basic hand under hand approach, basic positive physical approach, positive physical connectors, and positive action starters. So Kylie and I demonstrated the basics of that, and I will quickly explain that, and then you guys can watch what Kylie and I did. So whenever you're approaching someone living with dementia, you always want to stay 6 feet out from them before you introduce yourself. You always want to make sure that you're in their visual field, because everyone living with dementia sees differently in different stages of the disease. So, you want to stay in that 6 feet apart. You'll see that whenever Kylie and I show you this video. You want to make your hand known, but you don't want to have it way out here, and you don't want to have it down here. You want to have it right by your face so they're able to coordinate your face with your hand with their visual field. So all of these things you'll see here in a little bit, but basically what I am doing is the positive physical approach. That's whenever you offer your hand in a handshake position, and then you're going to wait for them to respond to you. Kylie responds pretty quickly in this video, but a lot of times people living with dementia take longer to respond, and you have to give them ample time to do so, and it's important not to rush them. So keep that in mind whenever you're interacting with someone living with dementia with this. Focus also on the hand movements of me when I shake her hand. So you'll see me kind of go in with the handshake, and then you'll see me move my hand into the hand under hand position. So kind of watch that a little bit, because that movement right there is a very smooth and important movement, but it often gets missed because it's so small. So that's something that TIPA teaches as well, the hand under hand approach, where the person living with dementia feels like they're in control because their hand is on top of yours. So all of that stuff is in there, in addition to you wanting to get eye level with them. So you'll also see me kind of kneel down next to Kylie to get within eye level of them, because obviously you're not going to want to be above them. You don't want to be standing, towering over them whenever you're interacting with them, because that's just going to make them nervous and less likely to do whatever you're wanting them to do. So you're also going to see me demonstrate building a connection or building that relationship with the resident, aka Kylie, in this video first, before I show my agenda. So basically you'll see the positive physical connector will be the handshake. The compliment is also part of the positive physical connector, and that's what I do with Kylie here. There's other forms of positive physical connectors, but I picked the compliment one, and I told her how nice her shirt looked. There's also different ones, like sharing something about yourself, like, hey, I'm from this town, where are you from? You can also say, notice something in the environment. If you're in their room and they have a nice picture on the wall, or they have a pretty flower, or different things like that, you can compliment that. They have a pretty necklace on, earrings, their hair's fixed, makeup, whatever you can think of in order to build that relationship with them is really important in order for you to get to the next step with this person living with dementia. So you'll see me compliment Kylie, and then after that is whenever you're going to state your agenda. So you don't want to just go right into the room and say, hey, let's go to the bathroom. Hey, let's take a shower. It's time to eat, whatever. Building that positive physical connection and relationship first is very important in order for them to participate in whatever you're trying to get them to do. So after I compliment Kylie, you will see that I say it's time for lunch. You haven't eaten in a few hours. Let's go with some friends and try try to eat something light. If you're not hungry, we can just eat some soup or something like that. So I tell Kylie it's time for lunch, and most of the time they are more likely to want to go with you or do whatever you're wanting them to do if you don't rush into it, like I did here. So doing that with them is very important. Building the relationship and the connection first, being friendly, positive, patient, all before you state your agenda is very important when you're working with people living with dementia. And you guys might think, oh, it's going to take too long, or you might be in a hurry, and it's important not to rush them, because as you see in this video is maybe 3 minutes long, and I was able to compliment her, build that relationship, and get her to do something in 3 minutes. Now it may take longer than 3 minutes because obviously Kylie doesn't have dementia, so she replied often quicker than someone living with dementia might, but it really does not take that much longer to add in that positive physical connector before you are trying to get them to do what you want them to do. So without further ado, I will show you this video. Actually, right before I show you this video, I do want to briefly explain one more thing. You will see me kind of do some hand gestures in the video too, like whenever I tell her to stand up, I'll use my hand and go like this. Some people living with dementia do better with visual cues versus verbal, so that's why I put that in there. As far as her standing up, so if you are trying to, like I said in the video too, that it's time for lunch, let's go get something to eat. If she wouldn't have responded to the verbal cue of that, the visual cue would have been, showing that we were gonna go get something to eat and pretend that I was actually putting something in my mouth with a spoon. So there are visual cues that you can use as well that some people living with dementia may respond better to. And I did put one in there as far as like standing up out of the chair. And then whenever you walk with them after they stand up, you will notice that my hand is still there doing the hand under hand motion, and I'm walking with her and guiding her, but she feels like she's in control because she's the one with the hand on the top. So I will go ahead and show you guys this clip, and we'll go from there. Thanks.
Knock knock. Hey Kylie, it's Morgan. How are you today? Good. Good. Ooh, nice. Your hands are nice and warm. You have an awfully pretty shirt on today. Thank you. Yeah, you're welcome. It looks like it's really nice and summery. Yeah, we good. We are actually getting ready for lunch. I know you haven't ate since like 7 o'clock this morning, so let's go ahead and go try to eat some lunch, okay? Okay, all right, let's stand up. Okay, then we're gonna walk this way.
This second video that you will see is me doing some very similar movements to the first video that you just watched, although the difference is that this is a different positive action starter. So this video, you will notice that I am trying to get Kylie to drink something because it's been a while since she's had a sip of anything, maybe since lunch, supper, whatever. Trying to get them to take a drink. So you will see a few different things as far as positive action starter goes. One specific thing being that I give her a choice. So whenever you are doing or asking someone living with dementia, would you like something to drink? Would you like something to eat? What do you want to wear today? Questions like that. Leaving them open-ended leaves the resident feeling confused, not able to directly respond to what you say because they can't. Their brain can't process an open-ended question like that as well as you or I can. So it's important whenever you ask those kinds of questions to give them a choice. So to have 2 blouses picked out already, 2 pairs of pants picked out already, 2 pairs of shoes picked out already, 2 different drink choices that that they like picked out already, 2 different types of foods that they like picked out. And then whenever you go and ask the question, having that part prepared will help you tremendously whenever you are interacting with this person, because you know, hey, I know they like tea and lemonade both, but which one would you like? Would you like tea or lemonade? So giving them two choices versus leaving the question open-ended is very important whenever you're working with someone living with dementia, because it makes it so much easier for them to voice what they want. Same with picking out a shirt for the day. You know, you can show them two different blouses. Which one would you like to wear today? The red one or the blue one? Same thing with pairs of shoes. Tennis shoes or house shoes today? That kind of thing. So whether you're working in activities and you're getting them something to drink, or you're a CNA or a nurse's aide trying to get them dressed for the day, just keep that in mind whenever you are working with them. To give them a choice, this or that, basically, TIPA teaches, versus leaving the question open-ended, because you'll get a lot better response from this person. And you'll set both of yourselves up for success. You know, it'll make them feel more comfortable. They won't get nearly as easily confused. And then, you know, your interactions will be that much more positive, because you're going in knowing, hey, I'm going to do it this way, without, you know, showing your agenda, but knowing that you're going to get a lot further using the this or that question versus an open-ended question. So here's the video of that, and I'll see you in a bit. Thanks.
Knock knock. Hey Kylie, it's Morgan. How are you today? Good. Your hands are nice and warm. Yeah. You have an awfully pretty shirt on too. Thank you. Yeah. It looks nice in the summer. It's a nice day out to go outside later. Okay. Yeah. I actually have something to drink for you. I know you were outside looking at the flowers earlier and tending to that. You looked a little parched. Would you like some tea or lemonade? Lemonade. Okay. I'll go get it for you. Here you go. Thank you.
Hey guys, the final video that you will see is Kylie and I demonstrating the hand under hand technique in action. So there's lots of different uses for hand under hand, lots of uses in activities like you will see here, multiple uses for getting ready in the morning, like the different tasks that CNAs may help residents with: brushing hair, brushing teeth, washing themselves up in the shower, putting a shirt on, shaving, washing their hands. Lots of different uses for hand under hand technique, and this is only one. There are lots of other ways to do it, but I really want you guys to focus on the hand use in this video. You will see my hand move in different ways to help guide Kylie in playing bingo. So TIPA teaches lots of good things about hand under hand techniques. This is specifically for writing, or playing bingo, doing an activity, that sort of thing. I have also demonstrated, you know, brushing the teeth, brushing hair. So if you guys would like to see that sometime, gladly will demonstrate that as well. But in this video, you will see also Kylie is kind of misusing the object prior to me going into the hand under hand movement. And you will notice what I say is, let's try this instead. It's very important when someone is misusing an object, like for example, trying to use the toothbrush to brush their hair, or hairbrush to brush their teeth, or, you know, doing something that's not typically normal with an object. It's very important for you to not call them out on it. So, you know, don't go in saying, oh my gosh, don't do that. That's not what we do with this object. That's not how we do things. You need to do it this way. That's not the right way to approach someone living with dementia if they're misusing an object, because that's going to, 1, make them embarrassed, 2, upset them, 3, you know, no one wants to be talked to like that. So it's really important to go in with a positive attitude and redirect them, reorient them without talking down to them. So how I word it in this video is, let's try this. You know, I see you're using it this way, but I want to try this, or let's try this. And then that's whenever the going into the hand under hand approach, me moving the marker into the right direction and the right way to use it, and then ultimately using my skill fingers my 3 skill fingers to help her play bingo. So just pay attention to the hand movements in this video. It's kind of hard to explain specifically, but you using your skill fingers will tremendously help them, while they still will feel like they are in control, because their hand is moving and is on top of yours, even though you are guiding them throughout the entire activity. So kind of keep an eye on my hands in this video, and I'll see you in a bit. Thanks.
Hi, Kylie. Hi. It's Morgan. It's good to see you. Good to see you. We're getting ready to play bingo here in a little bit, and I think this might work instead of that. Okay. Let's try it this way. Okay. You ready to start?
Mm-hmm. All right. First number, I-24. I-2-4. N-45. N-4-5. B-9. B-9. G-46. G-4-6.
Hey guys, now that you watched all 3 clips, I hope you all kind of have an idea of how hand under hand approach works and the different ways we can use it. Lots more ways to use it out there. Those are just a few basic things to help someone living with dementia in day-to-day life, help them make them feel more at ease, and ultimately set you both up for success in caring for them. So I kind of want to end this by summarizing some of the different things that Teepa says is very important and in caring for someone living with dementia, and I think this sort of resonated with me a lot, and I hope you guys kind of remember that when you're going in to care for someone, whether you're a CNA and you're going in to get them up for the day, or your activities and you're trying to get them out of their room to go participate in something, or you're a kitchen staff member delivering a room tray, or you're a nurse or whoever. Hopefully you all kind of can remember these key points that Teepa teaches. And the first one is always, and you've seen this in the videos, you always want to get in their visual field first. You want them to see you, because if they hear you and don't see you, they're going to be right away going to be on edge, and who wouldn't be? If you hear something and you can't see them, obviously all of us are going to get a little nervous too. So always want to be in that visual field first. Then you want to be verbal with them, introduce yourself, and then you want to go in for the touch, and you want to wait until they respond to you. With that handshake that you've seen in all 3 videos that I've shown, you want to wait for them to respond to you, because if you don't, again, that's not going to set you guys up for success. So you want them to be inviting of you, and you want to make sure that they know who you are. Also, Teepa likes to teach the relationship comes first, and I fully believe that, because if you have a good relationship with your resident, the care is going to come that much easier to you. If you go in, build that relationship, get to know them a little bit better, know their likes and dislikes, where they're from, all that kind of stuff, they are going to do anything you want them to do. So building those relationships with your residents is the most important thing whenever you're caring for them. Knowing your agenda but not showing your agenda. I know I explained that in the other clips already, but going in knowing what you want to get done but not showing them directly what you want to get done. So going in, having patience, giving them ample time to respond to you, and ultimately, giving them the most independence while also guiding them in whatever you're trying to get them to do. Another thing she likes to say is whenever you are caring with someone living with dementia, you are doing the care with them. You are not doing it for them. And that's where that hand under hand becomes very important because you are doing it with them with your hand. You are allowing them to still be independent with also guiding them to do whatever you're trying to do. So again, very important to keep as much independence with someone living with dementia and autonomy as possible, because they're going to respond to you a lot better if you allow them to do as much themselves as they can. And you're going to notice that they might need a little extra help in cueing or guiding, but ultimately try your best in doing the care with them versus for them. Having patience and giving them ample time to do whatever you're trying to do is very important. TIPA teaches that every time you cue them or say a statement to them, like, let's stand up, for example, it's important to give them 1 to 5 minutes to respond, because people living with dementia are at many different stages, so each stage is a little bit different as far as the timing of response. So TIPA says 1 to 5 minutes is a very appropriate time as far as them responding to you. So those are some key points that I'm hoping you guys remember from this training, as well as the videos that I showed you. I hope you enjoyed. I really appreciate your guys' time, and I hope to see you soon. Thanks.